Hey everybody, Eric Pate here, back with another video. This is just my opinion on uh, how Ryan Blaney's 10 wins are ranked. Now, technically, it's 11 wins if you want to count his 2022 All-Star win. But if we're just talking about like wins that actually meant a thing, well, if we do take out the 2022 All-Star race, he went winless in 2022, but he technically didn't. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do our honorable mention. It's one non-points paying win so far, the 2022 All-Star race. But anyway, I'm gonna do it from 10 all the way down to 1. Now these are just my biased opinions on it. Number 10, Michigan is Michigan. I would say that one was more a expected win for Ford that day, because at the time Ford won 6 Michigan races in a row. Sure, 4 of those 6 were won by Kevin Harvick, but what about the ones that were not won by Harvick? Like, I think, like, ever since, I would say, before Kevin Harvick retired earlier this year, only 2 races at Michigan, when Ford started their streak at winning at Michigan, 2 races were not won by Stewart-Haas Racing. I mentioned just now, at the time, 4 of those Michigan wins, like I said, 6 Michigan races in a row, were won by Harvick. The others, Clint Boyer, who at the time was the Stewart-Haas Racing driver, and Joe Logano, who's a Team Penske driver, and Penske has only done Ford, to my knowledge. So I would say that win was more or less expected. So a lot of people, he did have an impressive final restart, but it was still enough for Ford to win that race. Number 9, I only have this so low because my favorite driver was the dominant car of the day in Pocono, but he came home 10th, I think, that day. But Blaney just had a great final restart and hold off a hard-charging Kevin Harvick to win his first career race. Atlanta, real quick, all these wins he's gotten came in dramatic fashions, or it really boosted his confidence in some way. But anyway, Atlanta, he was charging late to Kyle Larson, I think, and I just knew Blaney was probably going to get around Larson. So this one was another one of those expected wins. All right, the last 7 are nothing negative. I actually this was actually a little harder doing. His 21 Daytona win. Here's the thing about Daytona and 3 of the top 4 races that we will be discussing here in just a few moments. It's pack racing, and you can be running. This has actually happened before. You can be running 11th in turn 4 and still somehow win the race. It happened in an Xfinity Series. I've not seen it where it happened yet in Cup. Anywhere in Cup. It happened like 10 years ago in the Xfinity Series, to where a guy was literally leading was 11th in turn 4, and he still won the race. So yeah. But anyway, Blaney just kept blocking and kept getting the drafts when he needed to. During this whole race, really, in which got him the eventual win. Now, the disadvantage about this win, I would say the rest, we won't be talking about any disadvantages. I stand corrected. There was only one disadvantage about this win. A caution came out on the last lap. I hate when those races end like that. I hate when there's a caution on the last lap, especially at a track. Like, okay, if we're like at like, let's go back to his last one we discussed, Atlanta. We're not that way anymore. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to Pocono. Or if the cards are strung out, and it looked obvious that no matter that the caution's not going to really affect the result, if we let them race back, I understand it. But if we're at a track like Daytona or Talladega, to where the lead can change every fucking second, I've seen it happen to where like the lead just kept changing back and forth. At Daytona and Talladega, lead keeps changing every second for a little while. But caution comes out. Doesn't sit right with me. I would say let's just start letting them race back at Daytona and Talladega if the white flag has been waved. The Charlotte Roval, a lot of people, number 6, the Charlotte Roval, a lot of people remember this one. This was Blaney's second career win. He was third with one corner to go. Up ahead was a Martin Truex and Jimmy Jones battling. No, on the last lap, quarter lap to go. Does not look like Blaney was about to get a second career win. Johnson sent it a little bit too hard, spun his car, tagged Truex. Truex spun around as well. Neither of them could get it going in time. And Blaney comes through and takes the win. Number 5. Now, he was comfortably into the championship 4. He just needed to have a good day. He didn't need to win this race. But on the long run all day, clearly showed that Blaney was the one to look out for. And sure enough, his Martinsville win was, I think, was what gave him the confidence to become. He wore a fire suit that has like this exact design I'm currently wearing. Where the logo is, you'll notice it does not say the word champion. Where that logo is now, where this logo is, will now say champion. And I think that win at Martinsville really boosted his confidence to become this year's champion. Number 4. Now, number 4 and number 3. His 2020 Talladega win and his 2019 Talladega wins happened on back-to-back Talladega races. Same margin of victory both times. 0.006. No. 0.06 in both races. But I said his 2020 was not as impressive as 2019. Now let me explain 2020. It was to Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky was also trying to get his 3rd career win. Blaney got his 4th. There was a little incident on the night before the 2021, so, and he did not really get the attention he deserved for being the race winner. Anyway, I'm not going to get into too much detail of what happened. 2019 was the reason why I said that was more impressive. I would say he basically wasn't a must-win. I think they said that it was in a must-win situation that day. Must-win. Had no other choice. If he wanted to go have a shot closer, I'd going to Phoenix. Not Phoenix. Homestead. I forgot it was a different track at the time. He needed to win Talladega. Number 2. Really, it was another no surprise win like Michigan was, but we knew he was going to win again. We knew he was going to win in 23. I knew he was going to win in 23. I didn't expect him to win 3 times and then win the championship in 23. But was the Coca-Cola 600. This guy just drove his heart out for the last half of the Coca-Cola 600 and what brought him into the victory lane. A few other events took place that I can just make a whole video about. And then, to me, his most impressive win was his 2023 win at Talladega. Talladega was on here 3 times because he's won there 3 times. But I think it was an awesome battle between Kevin Harvick and Ryan Blaney for the last handful of laps. Unfortunately, Kevin Harvick did fail post-race inspection, but imagine if he didn't. I'm still saying that was a very great battle between the driver of the 12 and the driver of the 4. Kevin Harvick was trying to win his last race. What could have been his last race win? Get his last race win if he passed post-race inspection. While Blaney was trying to keep his playoff hopes alive, which he successfully did. And that's another reason I kind of jokingly said, watch somehow Blaney makes it into the Final 4. I jokingly said that after Blaney won Talladega. And then he somehow did make it. And he proved to a person he called a hack that I'm better than you. Kinda. Person he called a hack was Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin had called people hacks before. Anyway, those are my rankings of all 10 Ryan Blaney wins. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, but nice, cool, be awesome. See you later.